Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Got another one from Deep Purple today. We learned how to do Perfect Strangers. So this has got a couple of guitar fills in it, but no like full-on solos, but it's got a really cool kind of section with who needs a solo when you get to play that? That's fun. All right, so we're gonna be going through all of this. There's gonna be maybe a couple fills I'll skip and stuff, but for the most part, we're gonna tackle the whole thing. Before I get into it, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Ring that notification bell so you know when I release a new video, so you can like and comment and all that good stuff. That really does help the whole YouTube algorithm wars and stuff. So anyway, I hope this video gets seen a little bit. And if you really want to support what I do here on YouTube, the best way to do it is actually join my Guitar Academy. You're going to see a link to that in the description below. And that my Guitar Academy contains all my guitar courses. It's kind of my online guitar school. My courses, we have some for complete beginners and other courses that are more advanced for like technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone. We do courses for like rock, blues, metal, some acoustic stuff. So I got ear training, all that good stuff. We have like a weekly live chat, video chat with me and Academy members, and you get personalized support from me as well throughout the week. So please go check it out, and you get a free 7-day trial by clicking that link below. All right, let's jump into this track. I'm in standard tuning, so pretty simple stuff. Now you're gonna see some of the stuff when I played at the beginning is not exactly how it was played on the recording, because there's a lot of overdubs in the recording. And so a lot of those, I'm just trying to put all those guitar parts together into one part, so it sounds similar to the full track, but it's not necessarily how it was recorded and not how they would play it live. But I'm trying to kind of get all those parts together, so I'll kind of show you that when we get there. Anyway, so we're going to start here with this first riff. So pretty simple. We're going to start with these power chords, the C power chord off the A string. So that's up the 3rd fret there, on the A, 5th on the D and the G. Slide it up 2 frets to the D. Then you play those again. And then we're going to go from a F major to a G major. Now you'll see Ritchie Blackmore, he actually does it like this. So he's playing the top of the chord here and then thumbing the bottom bass note, which a lot of people would find uncomfortable. So you can just play it as a bar chord, and you really don't need all that, but just like the 4 bottom strings, just that F bar chord up to the G. So that's kind of the main riff / chorus. All right, then we get to the part where I was saying that we're gonna play it probably a little bit differently than you'll see him play live. You actually see Ritchie Blackmore play like this live. Go ahead, this. He's playing it like kind of a one-note riff, single-note riff. That's probably recorded that way, but when you hear it on the recording, you also hear basically an overdub of that going on. And then you also hear, as they hold those notes, it is, I think it's, you hear that over it as well. Now, you can combine all of those into one part. So basically, when you're doing this, that one-note riff, and then this, what those are is this, just the top note on the power chord and the lower note. So now we could actually play the full power chord, you can get both parts in there. So anyway, you start first by sliding from the power chord to the 3rd fret up to the 5th. And then you hear that little overdub. Well, you can do that up here too. So as soon as you get to this A power chord here, you can pick the 7th fret on the D, which you're already holding, then the open G string, and then the 7th fret on the E, and you get those same notes. So it is. Then of putting all those parts together. So we have that little. So that's just sliding you're right, if you want to do the 2-note power chord here, slide from 3 to 5 on the low E, then over to the C power chord at the 3rd fret on the A string, then back to the 5th fret power chord on the low E's, and then slide back 3 to 5. So this. Then you hit that again, and then do that little. That A and then just go back to the main riff there. So that is combining some parts, like I'm fully saying, it's not how it was recorded. Because you can actually hear when that was recorded as kind of a single note riff because the top line is not nearly as loud in the mix. If you put them together, that sounds great. All right, so we go back to the main thing, and then we get back to the same pre-chorus again. So at the very end of the second pre-chorus, going into the chorus, we do have a fill by Ritchie Blackmore that looks like this. Going into the chorus. So it's basically some bends at the 8th fret there on the B string. Then you're going to pull off 8 to 5 on the B, over to 8 on the G string, then 5 on the B, 5 on the high E string. Then go back down to the G string. That's 8 on the G, pull off 7 to 5 now. Over to 7 on the D string, and then roll back over to the G string and pull off 7 to 5 again. So then it kind of just on the D string does kind of one of those things. You pick the 7th fret, quick little trill, then back to that 7th fret, little trill between 5 and 7. And then a quick, which is just hammer, pull 5, 7 on the D. And resolve it there to the first note, really, of the chorus. There's that 8th fret on the A string. So this. All right. From there, we have the chorus, which looks like this. So we're going to start this 8th fret there on the A string. So 8th on the A, then play 7 on the D, 5 on the G, 4 on the B. And then, by the way, some more recent videos have been playing this live. He just kind of does the chords here. He doesn't do the little melodic lines too much, so don't reference that when you're thinking what's actually put on the recording. We're trying to match the recording here. So when you get to that 6th fret there on the B, then you're going to play 8 on the B, 5 on the B, to 5 on the G. All right, then we're going to go across which is going to be across a B minor to start. So, I'm sorry, D minor, not B. 5th fret there on the A, 7th on the D, 7th on the G, and then 6 on the B. Then you're going to take that down to the 5th fret on the B, then 7, 5 on the G, down to 4, hold that. and then 8th fret on the B a couple times. So it is. So. All right, then you're gonna pick across that D minor again. So 5 on the A, 7 on the D and the G, and then 6 on the B. It goes to a trill between 5 and 6 on the high E string. And then he kind of uses his whammy bar and kind of, he goes to a C triad. I'm not gonna throw my guitar out of tune. He does it a little bit more, especially the second time through, a more pronounced bar dive. But you can just go to this C major chord, the 3rd fret on the A, and then 5th fret across the D, G, and the B. But kind of straight into it. And then we go to this G major chord. So I'm just playing the 3rd fret across the B and the high E, 4th fret on the G, and 5th fret on the D. You really need those. Then he makes it a G minor chord. So that's basically taking this note on the G string of the 4th fret and moving it down to the 3rd fret. So you just make it part of that bar. So this. Then we get to that riff that I was talking about at the beginning. It's a really kind of fun little grooving riff. Looks like this. So we're going to start with this. So open A string to start. And then you're going to hit the 3rd fret there on the D string 3 times. Then back to the open A. And then 3 times on the 8th fret on the D, and then 3 times on the 5th fret on the D. So it is. So you're really kind of heavily palm muting those notes on the D. Then the open A string again. So this. So that's the open A again. So just so you see where we're at. So when we did that open A again, we hit the 3rd fret, 7th fret 3 times, then the 3rd fret, and then back to the 7th fret 3 times, and then 3 times at the 5th fret, and then 1 more hit at the very end. So we had this. So you hit that 1, 2, 3, and then hit it 1 quick time before you start the riff over. So open A. And then you just gotta repeat. Now the 4th time through, we have just kind of ending added to it. So it's kind of the same beginning. So, but when we get to that, hit that 3 on the 5th fret there on the D string 3 times, the second one, instead of just doing that. We do this, hit it 3 times, then we just take it down to the 3rd fret, hit it 3 times, then twice, 2nd fret, hit it 3 times, 3 times at the 5th fret on the A, 3 times at the 3rd fret on the A, and then 1 time at the 1st fret on the A. So we have this kind of a... So all together, then it goes back to the main riff there. So all together, all 4 times through. So we're going to do that riff again at the end, but we're going to do it in E. So it's, but it's going to be pretty much the same thing, except for that little ending. So I'll show you that when we get there. So we basically go through the main riff again, and then the pre-chorus again, and then the same chorus. Now the chorus does have a different fill at the beginning of it. Can't really hear it though that well. It just really gets, it's got this weird effect on it. It kind of washes over everything. So you can just do the same fill. Whatever you want to do. It's pretty much the same chorus beside that, so just do the same fill there. But there is at the very end of that chorus, so there's that little lick there that happens. So I'll show you that. That is quite loud in the mix. It's just a bend at the at the 6th fret there on the high E string. And then this is leading into that final like kind of E section. So we have 6, 5, 3 on the high E and on the B. Then 5, 3, 2 on the G. Then over to 5 on the D. And then we get to the ending section here that is just like the A. But basically move everything up 1 string. So with this open E, and then the melody notes are kind of happening mostly on the A string. Now here, the 4th time through, we have that different ending, so. So what's going on there? We just kind of start it like we did before, just 7 3 times, 5 3 times, 3 3 times, 2 3 times. And then 5th fret on the low E, 3 times. And then 3 times here at the 3rd fret. Then 1 time at the 1st fret, and then start over. So it's kind of just like the other ending. Except they keep going. And I don't think they do that ending there again. They just, after they do that, kind of the 4th time through, then I think they just kind of play it out, so it really kind of fades out. Just playing that E riff there. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's got a couple really fun riffs to play, and other than that, it's pretty easy too. So especially the riffs itself, maybe not the licks, but the main riffs are pretty easy to follow along with. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.